Welcome back to another episode of The Road to 2200. What is this madness? We'll just play d5. There we go. Let's see what we can do. Looks like... I don't know, is it a ready? Will it become a Catalan? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Feels like probably just making normal developing moves looks fine. Here. Maybe like here. It's kind of like my next bunch of moves, I'm assuming. And then it'll transpose into maybe not Catalan, but certainly Catalan-esque. Okay. So I assumed we were going to see that at some point, and we really still have not. What does that mean? What should I be doing differently since this has not come yet? I do have this move. I don't love that move. I have this move already, which I guess I don't want to go here, which is fine. I think I can go here anyway. If they go here, I'm pretty happy with this. That seems fine. No, actually, I don't like doing that against. I forgot against this setup. This I save for quite a while. So this was rather premature. I wish I hadn't made that move. Okay, with that response, it's a very weird response. Not a weird response, sorry, but it sets up a very odd setup here. I'm gonna go here. Okay. I think I can go here now. Takes. And I think I can be happy with that. I guess I need to worry about e4. Opening up everything when I'm not quite ready. Does kind of look like the ultimate chance for me to do this, though. Also, maybe this knight ends up going here with this. That could be interesting. Oh, just went there. So leaving the knights. Got a couple different things I could do. I'm looking at stuff like this. I'm looking at this. Basically what I want to do is go here. That's like the threat I would like to set up. So I think I will go here. And if this knight moves at any point, I can stick this knight here also. And this knight doesn't have great moves. It has to go like here into here, which isn't the worst. I don't think I would want to take there. I'm really wondering if this is a move I want to make. Probably not. I think I want it here and this guy out of here. So that after takes. Or maybe it's here instead. I mean, they're not going to throw away the exchange, of course. I'm just kind of counting defenders there. The knight will probably move first. Probably jump into e5. Okay, so I played e4 immediately. Before I could kind of be fully set up for it. I don't know that this works. After here, I have this discovery. Like, let's say I go here. There's a discovery on this piece. There's not a discovery on this piece because I haven't gotten him here yet. I think this is the time. And it draws the rook here so that they don't have their own discovery. And then I can go here. Okay, and then I can go here. I'm going to want to get this knight off of here pretty quick so that there's no bad things here. Their bishop is backed up, mine is not, and I'm not intending to back it up either. I'm planning to go here. Ooh, interesting thing I just realized. This is not backed up. Is there some way to take advantage of that? Here, 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 here. Does not seem to be. Here takes, I win a queen. I don't think they would take then. What might they do? That's not really threatening anything either is the problem. Okay, but I am threatening a nice discovery now. Maybe not a nice discovery. A discovery might be the better way to put it. I'm not sure there's anything there at all. I think I'm going to try to set it up because this would be a nice discovery. To be able to go there and then into here, maybe. Or maybe even rook into here. But will give me a free move. I guess this is kind of cute. Like if I went here and they did nothing, then I could go here. And if takes, I would take with the bishop. And I would be good. Huh. I don't know. That looks very hopeful. Like they would have to basically not see what's happening, right? Because they could just do many things. I think I don't want to try to... I want to keep in mind this, but not try to force it as the only thing. Oh, that's maybe even worse. Now there's stuff with this. So how would that work? So I go here, takes, here. Okay, some calculation. The problem is I'm down a piece in this line. So like even if they do anything, like they go here, then they get their pawn back. Well, no, that would hang the queen, right? So takes. Wait. What about here? Here, though. Yeah, that seems like a problem. Okay. Maybe I just go here. I still have these kind of ideas. Well, not as much. But I still think that's a better place. But I also then have to deal with this situation, these discoveries. There's a little bit of me that wants to go like this. But if I go here, then they get to set up this situation. So there's a lot of interesting things happening. I think I'm just going to go here and say that's a reasonable move. If they put pressure on this situation, I could always drop that guy back if I need to. Okay. Oh, wow. Did I have a pretty good move here? No, they could have taken that way. Okay. Now this is fully backed up, because otherwise this might be reasonable. And when I move this knight, this can just come over and trade. If I go here, this guy can go here. It's a little bit of annoying. Especially when this knight is gone. Oh, I guess if I put my knight here, this doesn't work super well. But is this even a good move? I don't know. What does that actually do for me? Ooh, I like this spot. Okay, you know what? I do like this. Took a little trying to figure it out, but I think this works. I guess I didn't look carefully at what if here. I think I'm going... Actually, I think if they put the knight here, that's not actually threatening anything. I would just take off this, trade, stick the knight in the middle, and say, I believe I have a very strong knight. Oh, okay. Just going to let me have the knight in the middle. I like it. There's a little bit of me that wants to go here first. But I think I'm going to go here. I can always drop the bishop back to there. Or I could even put the bishop here. Forcing this rook to do something. I don't know where the bishop goes after that is the only thing I'm unclear on. Alright, well, I've got a nice looking knight. That can't be kicked all that easily. If they jam their knight in, that can be kicked rather easily. I mean, this pawn becomes an issue, but I can dislocate it. But I'm not going to make the same mistake I made last game and be like, my position is crushing, when it wasn't. So, yeah, the last game and this game were recorded this back to back. So, the last game went very badly if you remember that game, which might have been several days ago in the posting process. Okay. Now what? I could go here and continue loading up on this pawn, which I think is fairly reasonable idea. I could try to double rooks on the c file, which I think is also reasonable. I could go here, which I think is also reasonable, but I don't know precisely what this does long term. What I do like about it is it takes me off of all the shenanigans in the future that happened there. I kind of think the rook might just go there. And then if I go here, and then they go there, I take, I guess that would be fine. But what is the bishop doing here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I can't quite figure out what it adds to my position, whereas combating the other bishop seems pretty strong. So I think I'm just going to say, I don't actually know what to do here. I'm going to go back here, make this bishop safer. I'm probably just going to play some basic moves. All these moves look fine to me. They all improve my position. They don't win. And I think that's fine. I think just improving my position slowly is fine. I don't see a winning path, but not sure I need to yet. So one of the lessons I'm trying to take from Gelfand's positional decision making in chess. I am going to go... Okay, so if I go here, takes... what if he takes this way? Then if I go here... That doesn't actually work. So maybe I need to take first. No, it leads to the same spot, doesn't it? I take, takes, here. Yeah, so I'm going to go here. And say, yeah, looks like you might temporarily get this file. I don't know what it's going to do for you. You won't have it long term, because I can just put my bishop back here and contest it. I mean, I look ridiculous having done this, but, you know, it is what it is. Also important to note that whenever I want, I have that. I don't think I want it, but I have it. Oh, I did not consider that. That's a good point. Yeah. Maybe that's a mistake. So I think I go here. If takes, I win. If takes with the queen, I go here. But then they're going to go here. And it's kind of annoying. So I did mess up somewhere in here. I think I would like to trade this bishop for this knight, actually. I think that would work out pretty well for me. The reason I say I win if they take my queen is because this comes with check. And then they block, and then that comes with check if I want it. And then I just move out of the way. And I get several pieces. I think the answer seems very straightforward to take there. I don't quite know what else they're doing. Yeah, that seems like a pretty easy one. It's not as easy for me, though. I guess I go here, and then they're going here, and then I go here. Oh, wow, I don't like that. I don't like being on this diagonal. I don't think I have a choice. What if I go here? I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here, and I think I'd lose. Well, I mean, I'd definitely lose if I went there. Well, this didn't go well. That one knight move really rocked me. Oh, that's very interesting. If I could somehow move this with tempo, that would be mate. Okay, I'm going to go here. I think it's fine. I don't love that move, actually. Because now I can't get the bishop here. I think this is a very strong move. What if I go here? Takes... Yeah, this doesn't work. Okay. So now I'm in a bit of a pickle, I would say. That is a pretty ripe spot for anything my opponent wants to put there. I'm going to go here and say I think I would be fine with this trade. This knight is pretty annoying. This bishop's doing pretty much nothing. I didn't think they could do that. What am I missing? Takes. Wins the game. I guess that's what I'm missing. But I feel like this is kind of great. Oh, it's not kind of great. I was thinking I could go here, but then this comes. Okay, so it looks like I probably... Wait, no, why can't I just take? Yeah, I just win, right? I take... They take... Yeah, that was a mistake by my opponent. Okay, I didn't think they could do that, and they cannot. They lost. What they were thinking is I would have to take with the knight. But now when I take with the knight, it's fine because this is covered. It wasn't the queen. It was a move order thing. They saw one move order that won the game for them, but one move order lost the game for them. Now, I feel for them because this happens to me regularly, and it's very frustrating. In fact, it recently happened in Las Vegas, where I thought I had calculated a really good move in a position where I was winning, and then it lost the game, and my opponent did the exact same thing here. My opponent was clearly winning, not winning, but like well ahead. I had some ideas, but they were all like, how can I save this? And my opponent, unfortunately for them, just gifted me the win. So I'll take it. I mean, this is chess, right? I don't feel bad about this win because this is chess. This is what happens, right? We make one small move order mistake, and then suddenly we go from just I won to I've lost, which is quite frustrating. I can acknowledge that. This looks like it's even worse, right? We go here. They have to trade. Right? Like, yeah, this looks quite bad. This looks like... Yeah, this is like they're just forced to trade even more material, which they absolutely don't want to take. Which they absolutely don't want to do. I mean, their only hope is to try to trade as little material as possible. And this is not, this was not the plan. Wow, trading more material. Okay. So I think they're hoping I mess up and go here. I think that would be a pretty big mess up, which is a good play by them. Try to get me to mess up. If I go here and they go here, and then I go here, that looks pretty good for me. Okay, so I think I'm fine. Yep. And they were like, come on, mess up. And then I didn't, and they acknowledged that they are now lost. Okay, what a weird game. Let's take a look. So I started with G3, which, I don't know, it's weird, but it seems fine. I played the normal moves I would play against this type of position. This is probably not right. Normally what I would do against this particular setup is do something like this, and then maybe at some point pushing C5. I kind of got confused and went into like just reaction mode, and this is a very normal move for me, forgetting sort of all the intricacies of the setup. It's fine. In fact, the computer says it's the best move, but it's tied with a lot of other moves, and it's more just that it doesn't let me do the setup I'm usually happy with. Okay, so I'm happy the computer liked taking there. I was a little nervous. Computer likes queen b6 here, which I definitely considered, but I wanted to wait until something was happening there. So I went here instead. And I knew e4 would come at some point. It just seemed a little premature. Yeah, and the computer says that I'm in pretty good shape here. And this is all fine for me. That's the right move. That's the right move. And so now I've been able to transform this position from, if we just go back right before e4, it's a very even position, like a very maneuvering position, to, like, I feel like if we look here, it's like they have an IQP. I have a really nice knight blockading it. I have the open file. Like, it just feels like I have a much better position. I'm not claiming I'm winning, but I feel like it's much better. And then I went there, which is kind of a useless move. I couldn't quite find the move here. I looked at a bunch of moves. These were like the big four. And I think this was clearly right, because then if they go in here, I can just take it off if I want. Interestingly, the engine says you should not. And bishops are so great that this is the best move, and I not a big fan of that move. But the engine does say this is reasonable. It does get rid of their IQP, so probably not the best idea. Okay, but certainly the couple moves I did now. Okay, so interesting. This the computer really doesn't like very much, but if I go here, then they get the free knight move basically, which is kind of ridiculous. So we go into this position. This is dead equal. I would say it's one of those dead equal for the computer, but I would way rather be white. Like, I think if we just look through what's happening in the position, it's like this knight is very good. They're doubled on the open file. This bishop looks like it's doing pretty good things on here. This guy's kind of stuck. Like, looks pretty good, and then they went here and just instantly lost. And the reason they did it is because they saw that I can't take the rook. And if I can't take the rook, then I'm in big trouble, right? Like, this wins for white. So if I can't take the rook and I have to go here, well, then this wins for white. And if I have to go here, well, now my queen is way out of play. This still looks interesting. Computer says this actually loses on the spot to... Oh, right, to take rook. Wait. Oh, yeah, because this is now not pinned anymore. So you have to do something about the rook, I suppose. But this is fine. Maybe they just bring the rook back and they say, haha, I moved your queen over. But I guess this is really the point I want to make. This is something I do a lot. I'll do this move that's super risky, and I'm like, no, I calculated it perfectly. It works. But even if it works, it's like, okay, now the queen moves. Although this does look really strong. How is this not strong? Oh, because we can just take here because of this. So the point is, even best case scenario, they can't do that. They have to do like trade knight or something. And suddenly you're like, okay, best case scenario, I don't even get anything anyway. And I made this super risky move that I had to calculate perfectly, and then when I didn't, I was dead lost instantly. And I do that way more times than I care to admit, and it's very frustrating. I found that to be the most frustrating thing in chess, is the whole go for the risky cool move, blunder the whole game. That to me is the most annoying thing in chess. My opponent did that, and I feel a little bit bad for them. So, couple takeaways. One is that very thing. Like, you don't have to try to solve every position with a super cool, amazing move, especially if its result isn't that great. Don't go for it. It doesn't seem worth it. Unless the point is, like, I really just want to practice deep calculation and trying to do these, and that's fine. If you know, like, it's a risk that I'm doing for a reason, but if it's just like, I want to win the game, and this is how I'm going to win it, I'm not sure that that's the way to go. I think another big takeaway for me is, like, this whole middle game excursion. E4 is a very normal push in the Catalan, but it left them with a really bad position, I think. I know the computer says it's only negative 0.5, but I mean, this does not look easy for white. And then I guess the last one is You really have to pay attention in the opening. Like, this is not a bad move. In fact, it's the computer's #1 move. But it's not the move that I would want to make in this position. I would want to make the computer's second best move, which is to go there. And then this would be the move according to the engine. And then I would go here. And then they would develop. And then I play this. And then, I don't know, maybe they go here. And then I go here. And now I'm thinking maybe I'm going to play c5. I have a lot more setup. In fact, I might even play the rook here first. But I was a really early c5 in the structure, and I knew that, and I even said that, and then I did it anyway. Because I kind of just went into, like, I don't know, automatic mode in the opening, which can be very dangerous. So, those are my big takeaways. Gotta win. Feel bad for my opponent. I've been there. It's horrible. I imagine you've been there. I'm sorry if you have, and this is bringing up bad memories. So, I'll see you next time on the road to 2200.